Hey guys, Tim Coates here with Adonis Detail. We get a question often about paint protection film and how to decide either what film to choose or what shop to look for. And I want to use this car as an example to give you guys some tools to look for certain qualities in your installers. So, most installers now are using either modified templates or pre-cuts, or they're doing a combination of hand cutting or what's known as like a custom install. But not all installs are created equal. So just because a shop says they're going to wrap all the edges for you doesn't mean that the finished product is to be equal to that of another shop. So I want to show you some things to look out for on this install. Now this car came to us, customer took it elsewhere to get fully wrapped and coated. He wasn't happy with the outcome. The shop promised them they're going to wrap all the edges, but I'm going to show you guys some problem areas on this car and some things to look out for if you are in the market for this type of service. You want to look at the details because the details do matter. So I want to show you some areas on this car that we're going to point out in terms of things that are lifting, edges that are kind of rough and wrapped around not properly. So if you get up close into this fender area, you can see they did a good job of wrapping it, but didn't heat seal all the edges down as they should. So you got lifting edges here, you got lifting edges down here in the bottom of the fender, and also the edges of the actual hood and fenders themselves too. You can see where you have all this film that's actually bunched up and not properly sealed down or not properly cut. You have an uneven cut on the A-pillar here as well. And especially on a white car like this too, you're gonna get dust and dirt over time, and that edge is gonna be even more pronounced. So like I said, just because the shop says they're wrapping all the edges, you do wanna pay attention to those details. You got more lifting edges around the roof here. You can actually tell they took apart the car to wrap it, but didn't properly put the seals back in. So this is one thing you do want to be careful of as well. There's some shops that are saying that they dismantle your car, remove pieces to get the most coverage. You want to make sure that they know what they're doing and they're not going to put things back in a way that could damage the car or void your warranty as well. We also have lifting edges on the back of the wing, on the back of the trunk as well. All the little details. This is what you want to look for if you're in the market for this type of service. You want to go to the shop, see their work in person. There's a big one on this side you can see of the actual film lifted on this edge. So like I said, just because the shop says they wrap all the edges or they're certified to install that type of material, the end result really doesn't matter based on the person that's doing the install themselves. So you got bubbles, you have some bubbles in the door here, bubbles on the mirror as well. All that stuff you definitely want to be careful and look out for. So now this car is basically, this customer has to not have his car for another 2 weeks. We got to remove all the film that's on this. We got to replace every single panel and make sure that they didn't actually cut the paint or there's no damage underneath the paint here. Because there are things you want to look for. When we do see uneven cuts like this, they are taking a blade to the paint, and oftentimes they're cutting through the film into the paint itself too. So definitely want to look out for that stuff. Like I said, if you're in the market for this, shop around, do your research. Be wary, just because the shop says they wrap all the edges doesn't mean that the result between shop A and B is going to be the same. So if you the work in person, talk to your installer, ask them the kind of questions and look for the kind of result that you're going to want out of your car, because not all installs are created equal. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.